Hi guys, happy Friday. Can you tell what I'm about to go do? I just oiled my entire body. I have a couple of calls to make, so I'm just gonna go lay by the pool. I haven't laid out in so long. But anyways, I'm gonna take you guys through a very typical, boring weekend in my life. I don't have a lot going on this weekend, but I just felt like vlogging, so I'm gonna vlog. I showered. Fridays at the gym are weird for me because it's usually just hitting whatever is not sore or like abs and cardio, stretching, recovery. But I ended up just doing a really long incline walk and getting a good sweat, got some pics. That was about it for today. That's all I had in me. Finished my workout, all of my work for the day, got all my content up, and now I'm exhausted. I'm unreasonably burnt. Like, yeah, it's pretty like dramatic. My friend was laying out with a timer on her phone, which is like genius. Hopefully it turns tan, right? Happy Love Island season to those who celebrate. I've been locked in, but it's just not as good as like the OG seasons. You just can't do better than that. But it's something to talk about with your friends. I don't know. Like, everyone's watching it, so I feel like I need to too. But I'm gonna go over to my friends, also my neighbor, thank God. Just gonna walk over there, have a little girls' night. We're gonna make Ninja Creamies and watch Love Island. So basically my dream date. Got the shot.
Why is everyone crying? Wow. I can't even say shit because I get my feelings hurt.
Okay, it is now Saturday and it's just been like a get shit done day, you know? And my main focus is to organize all of my Define stuff because it's getting a little out of hand. Let me do a little baby grocery haul. I just went to Whole Foods and they were out of like everything that I needed. I got my creamer and my coconut milk, my Greek yogurt, of course. I literally have a fear of running out of this. And more of my brown rice cereal for my yogurt bowls. You guys have seen this in my TikToks. Bananas that will probably go bad and I'll make banana bread with. Avocado for my toast in the morning. Turkey sausage, I've been having these every morning as well. And lastly, my worst nightmare, I had to get the 85 lean ground beef. The shelves were completely cleared of ground beef. Like, is it really getting that serious? That's it. That was the most boring grocery haul ever. Like, I'm so sorry. Also had this package at the door. Okay, I'm fucking with the packaging. Let's take a look. Dang. Okay. I could put together a fit for these. They're fire. That's unlike any shoe you've ever seen, and I know it. Every time I wear a John Geiger shoe, someone asks me where my shoes are from. Sweet. I want to just try it on. Oh yeah, wait, these are actually super cute. Okay, I'm gonna do everything in my power to not go to the gym. So I'm gonna go get shit done.
6.5 hours later.
After a long day of getting shit done, it's just time to rot. And you know what? I warned you that this was gonna be a boring weekend. But before you feel bad for me, I'm literally choosing this. It's giving I'm completely inside. I'm inside. Now we prep the yogurt bowl that I have every single night. If you follow me on TikTok, you're very familiar with this. Basically gonna be my dinner, but the secret to the best yogurt bowl on the planet is putting it in the freezer for like 45 minutes and it'll change your life. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. 1 scoop of any protein powder, then just mix this with some coconut milk. That was a lot. Then add your Greek yogurt. I use a dairy-free one. This is the one from the grocery haul. But I only do like 2 little scoops of this just cause like, it can hurt your tummy. Some cinnamon and a little bit of salt, just like that. And then I'm gonna put this in the freezer for like 45 minutes or so. Going in the freezer and I will be back to top it. That's about it, you guys. This is like my wild Saturday night. Again, my choice. Like, am I okay? Like, do I need to talk about it? I swear your prefrontal cortex developing is like your brain is chemically altered. and I'm not like saying this as a weird flex, but I used to be like socially had to be booked up. Like I had to have weekend plans to look forward to. Like I was saying yes to everything, and maybe that was a part of like just moving to Arizona. But I feel like I'm the complete opposite now, and I'm like having an identity crisis or something. I'm like, am I okay? Am I still myself? Like, I don't think anything's wrong with me. I think I'm just being a lot more selective with my energy and where I spend it. And like being okay with like saying no to things. Like you don't have to say yes to every plan that comes your way. I'm also getting old. Okay, like I'm also exhausted. I think my fitness plays a big part in like just me needing to rest more. Just because I am so physically sore and exhausted from my workouts throughout the week that like I can't fathom like being out till like 1 or 2 in the morning. Like I would faint. I don't know. And then alcohol obviously just doesn't help. So I've just been slowing down a little, and I think that's okay. And I think everyone can benefit from that, and just like protect your peace, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna put this in the freezer. BRB. Probably gonna rot for the rest of the night. Like no, like I'm actually 100% gonna rot. Okay, it's Sunday and we just pulled up to the gym in full Define gear. Code Taylor, obviously. Just gonna get a bunch of content for the week, which is usually a workout in itself, but Sundays I just like to focus on getting a good sweat, stretch, sauna, recovery. Gym is usually dead on Sundays, so it's like heaven. Okay. That was so embarrassing. What did you text me? You texted me, he got to the gym before me, and he texted me, it's a library in here. And because I said Sundays, the gym is usually dead. And then I walk in, like, no music is playing. It's like dead silent.
And I feel like I gotta whisper because I'm like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah, we were whispering. I was like, how does that look?
We're plunging after this. Stay tuned for that.
We're not plunging. He's gonna plunge and I'm gonna watch and take thirst traps.
Squeezing everything I can out of me.
Okay, well, this one's good.
It is fire.
Okay. Okay, just finishing up our Sunday with check-ins, programming, a Q&A I did on Instagram. I did this Q&A last night. I thought I would just quickly answer a couple of your guys' questions. Okay. First question, are your glutes 100% natural? You look phenomenal. I feel like my work here is done. I feel like I get this comment a lot, which is why I've been trying to post like my before physique a lot more, because I just want to show that it's possible to like come from nothing. But yes, my glutes are 100% natural. I have never gotten any work done to my body. Don't plan on it. But that's the beauty of the gym. Like you can work out to look exactly how you want to look. I'm natty, guys. Like I'm completely natty. Go-to protein powder. I mostly use Truvani. I love their protein powders. I used Legion plant protein. I've used Ritual plant protein. I've used Planta. The Naked brand of proteins are super clean. If you're looking for like a powdered peanut butter or something like that, those are a couple of my favorites right now. For glute growth, I need a surplus or no, I want to keep my abs. So no, you don't need to be in a surplus to grow your glutes. Essentially, you can grow your glutes with what's called a body recomp. So you can grow a muscle while losing fat at the same time. But long story short, you do not need to be in a surplus to grow your glutes. How did you get started in social media? I got laid off from my job in sales. They laid off like 20% of the company, and I got a pretty nice severance from that. So I think that's what really motivated me to do something I was truly passionate about. I was sitting on a good chunk of money, and I had a little bit of time to look for my next job. And I ordered a tripod on Amazon the next day. I just remember thinking, I was such a gym content consumer. I just remember thinking like, oh, I could do that. And I was like, I go to the gym every day anyways. Why wouldn't I just like take a tripod and film it and like try to help other people? So I really like niched down my content on TikTok, and I started everything on TikTok. I started my Instagram way later, but essentially and this was when TikTok was like pretty fresh, like on the come up from being in quarantine and COVID, but I posted on TikTok 3 to 5 times daily religiously. Okay. And I eventually took off for a lot of my what I eat in a day videos took off. And I feel like my biggest virality moment was my glute workout, which is like completely my brand now. So it was like how to grow your glutes and not your legs. My content kept getting better. I signed with Define, which completely changed my entire life. And I feel like I signed with Define when they were such a small company that I feel like I grew with that brand, and I'm like forever grateful for that partnership. It's been one of like the most life-changing companies I've ever been a part of. Yeah, so I feel like once I was going viral, I was like, okay, this is meant for me. And that's when I kind of like went all in. But my best advice is sometimes if you have an idea, the best thing you can do is just act on it as fast as possible and grow from there. You're not going to be the best or perfect from the start, but you just have to start. And that's what I did. Motivation tips for when you're struggling to get up or feeling drained. So there is a big difference between not being able to get a solid workout in and you're better off resting and getting a kick-ass workout the next day versus just not feeling like going to the gym. I think that's like such an important differentiation. When I'm just not feeling like going to the gym, I kind of bully myself into getting there, right? Like, or I tell myself you only have to go for 10 minutes. Like, just go walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes, right? And then once you start to move your body, the rest just kind of follows. And those end up being sometimes like the best workouts you'll ever get. So I think sometimes it's just about getting there. I promise you, after moving your body in any type of way, you're going to feel better. And just remember how good you feel after a good workout or moving your body in general. And that's, I feel like, the biggest motivation that keeps you going back. Any tips on how to grow glutes while keeping my legs slim like I have now? So this, again, was my entire brand and niche in my content. And then, of course, there were the haters that were hating on, like, growing your glutes while keeping your legs slim, but I was like, that's how I want to look. So the biggest thing is just training with intention. I really train with such a focus on my glutes, like 2 solid glute days a week and progressive overload training, following a program, following a plan. And then as far as like keeping your legs slim, I just recommend a lot of walking, even like throwing in running once a week, but I don't necessarily have a big emphasis on my leg. Like my leg days are pretty much glute isolation, if I'm being real. Like I'll incorporate the rest of my legs in like sumo squats or different movements, but I don't necessarily like train quads. You can think what you want about me, but how many times a week do you hit glutes? Twice a week, religiously. Heavy glute days. Like I'm not taking it easy. Any muscle that you're focused on growing and truly building, you need to be hitting it at least 2 to 3 times a week. What supplements do you take? Right now, I'm only taking like creatine, L-glutamine, and vitamins. And then obviously protein powders, but I have been working with the doctor on my gut health, so I'm working on getting like a new protocol for that. Hopefully just throw in a probiotic in there, but gut health is super important in your results as well. As far as supplements go, I'm really just trying to keep it clean. Tips for busy schedules. You need to find a workout routine that works best for you and your schedule, which is what I love to do in coaching because girls' lives look so different as far as like travel, work, their schedules, right? And I feel like that's the beauty of like program that's truly customized to you and your life. But once you do that, if you can find like 20 to 40-minute workouts that work for you, and I know how busy life can get, but there is always a way to fit in a workout. I think it's more important to create the habit so you get to the point where your day feels off without that workout, and making it something you look forward to helps a lot. What are you doing tonight? Please. Like, you guys saw what I did last night, right? What's your split right now? In a perfect week, Monday, I hit glutes always. This is mandatory. Tuesday, I hit back and abs. Wednesday, I hit abs or more of like a Pilates style workout, whether I go to a class or do it on my own. And then I'll have more of like a cardio focus on Wednesday. So just more of like a longer cardio session. And then Thursday I'll hit glutes again. And Friday I'll typically hit like shoulders and abs or do like kind of like an upper body workout or even a full body. Saturday and Sunday I try to just get outside, maybe go for a hike, just get some content. And just like be active and just be moving throughout my day, but I'm not necessarily like lifting weights. Like my I really focus on recovery Saturday, Sunday. What do your recovery days look like? Long walks outside. I really try to have like more of a nutrient dense meal. Sauna, stretching, laying out in the sun, and even just having a little bit higher carb meals really helps me to like recover. Thoughts on Pilates? Do you do Pilates? So I was listening to this podcast the other day that was kind of saying how Pilates should be like seen as like more of an active rest. And I was like, whoa. If you're doing like a heated mat class, I would say like maybe once a week, or like any Pilates class, I think it's great to incorporate at least once a week for like just flexibility, mobility. You're incorporating like those tiny little muscles that you maybe wouldn't necessarily use in the gym, but overall, it is more of like an active rest workout. You really want to build a certain muscle, you need to be hitting it in the gym twice a week, and Pilates isn't enough for that kind of growth, if that makes sense. Hold on, I'm getting a call. I'm vlogging.
What a vlog? I'm like sober now, but I was fucking hammered that entire workout. It was
Gym?
dog.
Okay, what was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? Anyways, I think that was all the questions. But yeah, I just have 2 more check-in calls for the night and then finishing up programming. And that was my boring weekend. Super boring, right? Summer's just getting started, okay? Don't you worry. Come say goodbye. Night-night. Signing off. What do you have left?
It's the carbs, I swear. Just edit it up and post in a video.
The shirt's fire. What is this?
Code ADS Aspire.com.
Wait, that's fire.
Yeah,
I like it. It's really good material.
it's clean.
And
And that's all she wrote.
all right, that'll be the end. Good job.